And we join the action in progress here at court number 1 at Dublin Jerome High School. We've got the Hidden Gems and the Hornets. And it's Jeremy Scott here at courtside as there's a shot that is up, and that is no good. But she was fouled on her way up, was number 11. That is TJ Carpenter. So Carpenter will step up to the line, and she will be shooting a pair. This is her second time at the line. Carpenter's first shot is up, and it rims out on her, no good. As McConnell is going to check in. Gabby McConnell in, and it will be Gabby Purnell out. Second shot for Carpenter. That is up, and that is no good. That's rebounded, so Carpenter 0 for 2 from the line on that trip. And it's Gems' ball. The Gems. There's a shot. That is up, and that is good. That's a three-pointer. So mark it down. That's a three-pointer for number 42, Regan Voigt. That makes it a 5-1 game. The Gems are up by 4. Hornets back on offense. Up top it comes. That is 5 Custer. No, I'm sorry, that's not Custer. That's Betts. Betts underneath. That's up. That's no good, and it's rebounded and out of bounds, and it's going to come back to the Gems. It's off the Hornets. That one off. They're going to say Emma Garrison. So Emma Garrison charged with that one. Over it comes to Hillis. There's a shot. That's up. That's no good. Rebounded there. That's up, and that is good. Good finish there on the part of the Gems. That's Natalie Woodfin, 4-2. That makes it a 7-1 ball game. Hornets on top. I'm sorry, Gems on top of the Hornets. 6-point advantage. As they drive it, they put it up, and that's a hard foul that TJ Carpenter just took. And that's a foul on number 22, Riley Hillis. So Hillis gets charged with that one. As there are a couple of subs there for the Gems. Hornets take this one out of bounds. That will be Gabby McConnell to do the inbounding. McConnell outside to Garrison. That's a three-point attempt. That is no good. Rebounded by Garrison, the shooter. There's McConnell with a shot. That's up. That's going to hit the side of the backboard. No out-of-bounds call. Back come the Gems on offense. Driving it down, putting it up, and missing that lay-in on the runner. And there's a timeout called by the Hornets. The Hornets are going to be granted that timeout. By the way, missing that shot was Elena Rick. She's the one who missed that attempt off of the fast break, but with 10:42 to go in this one, it's 7-1. The Gems lead the Hornets. Back after this on GBA TV. Back to the action here. Hornets inbound it. That's Carpenter with it. Carpenter is going to have the ball swatted away, and it's picked up by the Gems. That's Roush, Sophia Roush, who's got it here for the Gems. Roush, cross-court pass to Voigt. Voigt, inside it comes to the low post. And they're going to back it outside. And that was Matson who had it poked away from her, and it's going to go back to the Hornets. So Bailey Matson had it poked away from her. And a big shout out to Caleb Graham as well as Tom Strasser and Jeff Ferguson helping to make it happen on the administrative end here on GBA TV. Garrison gets a pick. Underneath it comes, she was looking for an intended receiver. That intended receiver was Hatfield, but Hatfield wasn't looking for the ball. And on the other end, that's poked away from the Gems. Back they come on offense to the Hornets. That is up, and that is good. Good shot there. Number 13, Gabby Purnell, and that makes it a 7-3 ball game. That's going to be Walburn, Maddie Walburn, to come back in. And checking out Maris Betts. So the Gems on offense, it's Elena Rick with it. Over it comes, and it's going to be a loose ball situation, and stepping out of bounds with that ball. That's 23, Matson. And so the Hornets get the ball back. 7-4 is the score. I'm sorry, 7-3 is the score. And that's going to be picked up. That's picked off by Voigt. Back come the Gems on offense. Roush has it. Roush is going to push it down and give it up in the corner. Driving it and getting fouled on that drive. That is Hillis, Riley Hillis. And that's the first team foul on the Hornets. Second team foul, excuse me, on the Hornets. So a few substitutions for the Gems. Out come Roush, Hillis, and Matson. As they stack up in this inbounds play. Inbounds it comes. That is to Rick. Rick has it. She passes outside to Winters. Now that's Koch. Bethany Koch with it, and that's taken away by the Hornets. Hornets pushing it to the other end. Hornets with a shot. That is up and good. Good job by Emma Garrison to get that ball and take it the length of the court. Make it a 7-5 ball game. Gems lead has been cut to just 2, and that's stolen away by the Hornets. They're pushing it up the floor now. Bounce pass ahead. And there's another pass up ahead, and it's tipped by the Gems, and so the Hornets will have to back it outside now. It's Wilburn with it at the point. Wilburn over to Purnell. That's a shot, that's up, that's no good, and out of bounds it goes, and it's going to come back to the Gems. So Gabby Purnell not able to do anything with that shot, and it will be the Gems to inbound it. So Elena Rick will be playing the point. Down it comes into the corner, outside. Back up top, that's Rick with a quick shot. That's up and no good, that's short, and it's rebounded by Koch. Koch with it, and that's no good. Rebounded by the Hornets. The Hornets have it now, pushing the ball back down the floor. That is Carpenter with it. Carpenter is going to take it coast to coast, and Carpenter is going to lay it up and in there. TJ Carpenter with a nice looking lay-in to tie the ball game. 7-7 is the score. Timeout on the floor. And we'll be back with more right here on GBA TV. Back to the action here with the score, 7-7. It's all of a sudden a tie ball game. So this one is shaping up to be pretty good here. Court number 1, Dublin Jerome High School. It's Jeremy Scott on the commentary and Kayla Cazell on the camera. Out of bounds it goes. It's going to come back to the Hornets. So there's that boundary line again, proven to be a real bugaboo for these ball clubs, as it's been all tournament long. Underneath the hoop, nice cut, back door, up and in. That's Ackley, Abby Ackley, 4-2, makes it 9-7. Favor the Hornets. There's a shot and wave off the shot, that's a travel. That travel will be on Ellie Winters. So it's Hornets ball. Yep, they're gonna say that the inbounder stepped, or the inbounder stepped inbounds, which she can't do. So it'll be Bethany Koch to inbound it. And that's a quick shot from three-point land. That is good. And that is Jamie Custer who drains it to make it a 10-9 ball game in favor of the Gems. And there's a loose ball in the backcourt, and couple of players hit the court pretty hard, and the possession arrow will favor the Hornets. Inbound pass. That's Garrison. Garrison gets a pick from Carpenter. Garrison to the right. She's going to shoot it, and that's up and no good, and it's rebounded by the Gems. That was Maddie Keaton on the rebound. They're pushing it back down the floor, and the ball, there it is again. There's that boundary line over there by the curtain, and it's going to go back to the Hornets now. Hornets ball with 6.5 minutes and winding on this first half clock. Been a good one here so far, and there's a steal in the backcourt. That's a shot that's up, and getting fouled on her way up is Jamie Custer. And Jamie Custer, who was very heads up on that defensive side, is going to get a chance to redeem that nice defensive play with 2 free throws. Shot up, shot good. So 4 points for Custer, and that makes it an 11-9 game. Clock stops at 6:20. Second shot is up. And it's off the back of the iron. Rebounded by the Gems, so. They reset everything. That's Voigt. Over to the corner, and that's an, yeah, I was going to say an errant pass, but it went off of a Hornet. So it will be inbounded. Inbounds to Voigt. That's up. That's no good off the backboard. And it's Hornets ball. Carpenter driving it all the way up and good. TJ Carpenter with another nice drive makes it 11-11. Make a wish. It is a 5:50 ball game. 5:50 to go here in the first half. Long shot by Voigt. That was partially tipped, I do believe. But nope, they're going to say it was just an air ball, and so it will be Hornets ball once again. Inbounds. Up ahead. That's Betts who's got it. Betts at the point. She's going to back it out, and she's going to reset everything. Reset the offense. Let the offense take its course. Gets a pick from Carpenter. Passes it to Carpenter. And there's a timeout called by the Hornets sideline. And we're at 5:28 to play in the first half, and we'll be back with more from Court 1 at Dublin Jerome High School. Tie ball game, 11-11. (11-11) is the score. 7th grade girls basketball here. It's GBA Celtic Classic, the second day of the Celtic Classic. That's Walburn who's got it. Over comes to Garrison on the right wing. Pass into the right corner. Pass up a shot. Takes a shot from the short corner. It was wide open, but it was no good, and it's out of bounds, and it's going to come back to the Gems. So the Hidden Gems get the ball back after that missed shot from the short corner. Pass up top. That's going to be a three-point attempt, and no good. It's short. It was on target, just a little bit short, as Garrison's going to push the ball back up the floor for the Hornets. She's going to pull out. She's going to drive it baseline. She's going to put it up, and she's going to miss that shot, and it's rebounded by the Hornets. And then it's taken away by Voigt. She's passed it up ahead, and then it's poked away, and it's the Gems who have it. And is that a backcourt violation? Yes, it is going to be. She's got to realize where she is on the court. She passed it backwards. She had it across that timeline, but passed it behind the timeline, and one of her teammates touched it, and that's going to be a backcourt violation every time. And so it's Hornets ball once again. 11-11 to score. 4:41 to go here in the opening half. Jeremy Scott courtside. Over comes to Garrison on the right wing. Over to Walburn. Walburn gets a pick. Walburn at the foul line. Bounce pass underneath, and that's going to be stolen away. That's Woodfin on that steal. And Woodfin with a nice move to get the ball into the front court. And there's a shot. That's partially blocked. Nice block there on the part of Nyana Hatfield. And back come the Hornets on offense. Garrison. Cross-court pass, and that's going to miss the intended target. She was looking for Maddie Walburn, but not able to find her, and over her head and out of bounds, and back it comes to the Hidden Gems. Pass underneath into the low post, and Voigt looking for somebody inside, and it's going to be stolen in traffic, and that's Garrison who's got it, and up ahead, and it's going to be Garrison called for the travel, and that was close. But they're going to say that she took one too many steps, maybe one half too many steps, but either way, it will come back to the Gems. As Betts gets ready to check in for the Hornets. That's Custer. Custer loses it, and that's going to be a foul, and that foul is called on number 30, and number 30 is Emma Garrison. That's the 4th team foul on the Hornets. Betts comes in, Garrison checks out. That's into Custer, guarded by Purnell. Over to the right and Voigt. Stolen away by TJ Carpenter. Carpenter's got it. She's going to push the ball to the other end. Carpenter's going to take it coast to coast, put it up and in. I feel like I've repeated that line many times so far in the first half, but the fact is TJ Carpenter's just had a lot of nice coast-to-coast drives, and there's a quick shot on the other end to respond. That's no good. Rebounded by the Hornets. Hornets have it. They're going to push it up. That's Betts who's got it. Betts has it, and is she going to take it coast-to-coast? Yes, she is. She's going to put it up. She's going to get fouled, and one.
Emma's got 2, just so you know.
That foul's going to be called on Sophia Rausch. So count the bucket and the foul. As Amaris Betts took it coast to coast, laid it up, put it in, and one. 15-11 the score. Betts could make it a 16-11 game pending this free throw, and she does. 16-11 now. Under 3 minutes to play in the first half. 7th grade girls basketball at the Celtic Classic. That shot up, that shot no good, taken by Walburn. Walburn tied up, and that'll be a foul on Reagan Voigt. And that's the 5th Gems foul. To inbound Purnell. Gabby Purnell will be doing the inbounding. And she does to Betts. Betts pushing it up. Betts with the three-pointer, good! Marius Betts for 3, 19-11. All of a sudden, it's an 8-point ball game. And we'll keep it here. Don't forget, we've got more GBA Celtic Classic action coming at you. And of course, you can always find out about upcoming GBA events and broadcasts on the Facebook page, GBA TV on Facebook. And of course, you can also go back and watch archive video on the Facebook page as well as YouTube, GBA TV on YouTube. So, the teams break the huddles. This score, 19-11. The Hornets lead the Gems by 8 all of a sudden. It was a game that the Gems led early on, but it's been pretty much all Hornets since that point. And It's inbounded to the Hornets now, and there's a quick shot by Betts, and she drains another three-pointer for Amaris Betts. And all of a sudden, it's 22-11. Gems back on offense. That is Custer almost losing it, and she has it poked away from behind, and that's going to go out of bounds off of the Hornets. She was trying to find Natalie Woodfin. Woodfin is the one who had it knocked out of bounds. So Custer playing the point. Pass it over to Voigt. Up to Custer, and Custer drains a three-pointer. So that was a much-needed basket for the Gems. It's 22-14, and there's a travel called on the Hornets, so it's going to come back to the Gems now. So just when you think momentum was shifting towards the Hornets, it seems like the Gems have picked up some momentum. And it comes over to the corner, and Voigt. Back to Voigt in the corner. There it is, that's Woodfin, who gets fouled on her way up, so Natalie Woodfin is going to step to the line, and she's going to shoot up here. That foul on number 11, TJ Carpenter. That is the 5th team foul on the Ohio Hornets. As Woodfin steps to the line for a pair. First shot is up, swish. Woodfin with a few practice dribbles, lines up the shot, puts up the shot, and it hits every part of the rim and then goes in. So 5 straight for the Gems. They're on a 5-0 scoring streak here. It was Hornets 22, Gems 11, and since then the Gems have come back and put in 5 straight. So Hornets trying to beat a little bit of a press here, and they will. Carpenter hands it off to Betts. Betts is going to drive it, put it up, and that's short. And Betts gets the rebound, puts it back up. That's no good. Carpenter on the rebound, and then it's knocked out of bounds by the Gems. Maddie Walburn to inbound it. Into Betts for 3. That one's no good. And it's rebounded on the offensive side by the Hornets. Carpenter has it now. Carpenter's going to drive it into the lane and put it up and miss that shot. And it's back outside to Walburn. That's a 2-pointer, and that is good. What a sequence there for the Hornets. Makes it a 24-16 ball game. And that's Rick, Elena Rick, into the corner, and Voigt. Voigt attempts a 2-pointer, and that's no good. Rebounded there by Betts. Betts up ahead to Walburn. Walburn attempts a long shot. That's no good, and that's going to be taken by Custer. Custer pushing the ball back down the floor for the Gems, and she passes it into the low post. That's up and in. Good shot there for Elena Rick. 24-18. It's a 6-point ball game once again. Carpenter almost loses it out of bounds, but is able to regain possession. Hands it off to Walburn. Walburn outside to Betts. Betts not afraid to attempt that 3-pointer, and she's being told to back it out as we're at 20 seconds to play. They're going to hold this for the last shot. Carpenter back to Betts. Betts is going to drive it, and she's going to be fouled on the drive. And that is the 7th team foul on the Gems. So that's a 1-and-1 for Amaris Betts. And with 4 seconds to go, misses the front end of that 1-and-1. Rebounded by Carpenter, and she puts it back up with 1 second to go, and she is fouled on her way up, so this will be a full 2-shot trip for TJ Carpenter. Carpenter is 1 for 4 at the line. Make it 1 for 5. That one's no good. Carpenter does have 7 points on the afternoon. Carpenter's second shot is up, and that one is good. So they're able to get 1 point out of that sequence. 25-18 the score, and at the buzzer, The shot goes into the crowd, and they're all ducking for cover, and that will do it for the first half. The score, the Hornets 25, the Gems 18, back with the second half after a few minutes right here on GBA TV. (25-18) the score. Hornets lead the Gems by 7 as we get set for the second half of play. The Gems will have this ball to start this second half. And that's Woodfin over to Custer. On the left, there's a quick shot. That's up, and that's no good for 3. But Voigt is there to get it, and she puts it up and in. So Reagan Voigt now with 5 points on the afternoon, and it's a 25-20 game. Out of bounds. There's that boundary line issue again, and it's going to come back to the Gems. That'll be number 30, Maddie Keaton, to inbound it. And number 5, Jamie Custer, to bring the ball up the floor. So Custer's got it. Over to the left, and Voigt. She already has 1 3-pointer, and she's short on that one. And it's rebounded there, and Voigt's going to get another opportunity at it. And that one's good, and that's going to be a 2-point shot for Reagan Voigt, but she quickly has 7 points. And it's all of a sudden Hornets 25, Gems 22, knocked out of bounds off the Gems. But yeah, this half started just a little bit ago, and we're not even a full minute gone by, and already the Gems have 4 quick points, all of which have come from Reagan Voigt. Outlet pass, and there to receive it, that's number 21. 21 is Hatfield, and it gets backed outside. That's Purnell playing the point. She's guarded there by Custer. Purnell with the pick from Carpenter. She puts it up and no good. They crash the boards, and it's the Hornets who come down with it, but they're going to say that Hatfield stepped out of bounds on the rebound, so it goes back to the Gems. So Custer at the point for the Gems gives it off to Woodfin. Three-point attempt, that's up, and that's good. Jamie Custer for three, and it is a tie ball game, 25 all. Purnell brings it up the floor, loses control of it, and all of a sudden the Gems have it back with a chance to take the lead. Driving it down, putting it up, and getting fouled on her way up. That is Hillis, and Riley Hillis will have a chance to put her team on top. And we are just a minute and a half gone by in the second, and it was a 7-point lead for the Hornets to begin this half, but all of a sudden the Gems have gone on a 7-0 run with a chance to add to that run right here at the foul line. First shot is up, and it rims out. No good for Hillis. Walbert in, as is Ackley for the Hornets. Hillis with the second free throw opportunity forthcoming. And it's up, and it's in there. And the Hidden Gems have the lead, 26-25. And there's a steal. Voigt for three, it's good. Reagan Voigt. And it is a 29-25 game with Voigt with another steal. There's another three attempt, and that's up. That's no good. Rebounded by the Hornets. That's Walburn with it. I'm sorry, that's Purnell with it. Purnell pushing it to the other end. Purnell going to take it coast to coast, lay it up, and lay it in there. Gabby Purnell for two. And it is a 29-27 game. A lot of action, and we are merely 2 minutes gone by here in the second half. Voigt can't leave her open, and she misses that shot. That's Carpenter on the rebound. And Carpenter is going to take it. Bounce pass to Walburn. That's a two, and it's a tie ball game. Over comes, and they trap the ball handler, and that's going to be a foul on the Hornets. That's the first team foul for either side. Maddie Keaton was all trapped up, but they're going to say that they fouled Keaton. And it is the Gems with Custer controlling. Over to Woodfin. She attempts a three, and that's no good. Rebounded by Carpenter. Carpenter, she had a woman open on an outlet pass, but she wasn't able to get it to her, and it's going to go off the Gems and out of bounds. And I was looking ahead, and she had, it looked like Garrison wide open down court, but she wasn't able to get the outlet pass off. So it's Carpenter with a 3-on-1 advantage. Nice move inside. That's up. That's no good. Rebound. That's up. That is good. That was Ackley for two, and it is 31-29. The Hornets back on top. Underneath. That's up. That's no good for Custer. Out of bounds it goes. And it's going to remain at that end as Roush will check back in for the Gems, and Woodfin will sit. And McConnell will check back in for the Hornets, as will Betts. That's Purnell checking out as well as Walburn. Inbounds to Roush. She attempts a shot. That's up. That's no good. And it's rebounded by Garrison. Garrison has it for the Hornets, pushing it back down the court. Garrison up ahead. Harrison with the bounce pass inside. That's stolen by Custer. Custer's got it now. Custer's got it for the Gems as she pushes it back down the floor. She's going to take it coast to coast. She's going to pull up. She's going to pass it. And she tried to find her teammate over there, and it was just a little bit too hot for Hillis to handle. And so it's going to come back to the Hornets now. McConnell inbounds it to Betts. Over to Carpenter. Carpenter. Over to Garrison. Garrison with Hillis on her. Garrison over to Betts. Betts with Roush on her. Over comes to Carpenter. Carpenter with a drive. Low post. Up. Good. And one. TJ Carpenter, who is the leading scorer so far for the Ohio Hornets, just put her team up by 4 with a chance to make it 5. First foul on the Gems this quarter, or this half, I mean. That shot is up and good. So TJ Carpenter makes good on the end one, and it's a 34-29 ball game, or under 10 minutes to play. That's a shot very quickly. That's up, and that is good. That's a two-pointer. That's a two-pointer for Riley Hillis, 34-31. A lot of action here in the second half. There's a steal by Hillis. Hillis has it, and she's fouled on her way up. So now Riley Hillis will go to the line, and she will attempt two because of that foul by Gabby McConnell. Hillis at the line, puts it up and in. 34-32 the score. Substitutions by both teams. One of whom is Ackley for the Hornets. And there's another good foul shot there. Up ahead it comes to Carpenter. Carpenter on the outside, guarded by Roush. Gets a pick. Carpenter inside at the foul line. Up, no good. Rebounded by Carpenter. She puts it back up, and now TJ Carpenter, who made a foul shot a little bit ago on an and one, will get a chance to go and sink two more for the Hornets. And that's a foul on Bailey Matson. That shot is up for Carpenter, and it's long off the back of the iron, no good. As McConnell checks out and Purnell checks in. Carpenter's second shot is up. Rims out, no good. Rebounded on the offensive side, and that's blocked. Blocked by the Gems. What a nice looking block there. Nice looking defensive player. There's a quick shot by Woodfin. That's up. That's no good. And that's rebounded. Check that. That wasn't Woodfin. That was Hillis. At 22, I thought it was just a two. Purnell. Good from three-point land. Gabby Purnell. And it's 37-33. The Hornets back on top by 4. The Gems with Rick playing the point. Over comes to Hillis. Up top to Roush. Roush into the corner. And that's Matson. Matson has it taken away from her. And that's a foul. And that foul will be on the Gems. Do believe they said Sophia Roush. There's multiple substitutions check in for the Gems. Inbounds it comes. The Hornets bring the ball back down the floor. Bounce pass to Carpenter. Bounce pass inside. Nice looking pass. Not able to handle it though. And it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to go out of bounds, and the Gems are going to get this one back. And that's Rick. She's guarded by Purnell. Outside it goes to Morgan. There's a shot, and it's blocked away. What a nice defensive play by TJ Carpenter, blocking the attempted shot of Ellie Winters and out of bounds. Boy, I tell you what, you want to talk about saying get that out of here. TJ Carpenter just did that with great volume. Outside to Voigt. Voigt underneath. That's to Morgan. Morgan has it poked away from her. That is Carpenter. Carpenter has it. Going to bring the ball down the floor for the Hornets now. TJ Carpenter going to take it coast to coast. TJ Carpenter looking for somebody to pass it to now. Bounce pass over to Garrison, who gets it back up top to Betts. And they're going to say that the coach for the Hornets stepped over the line, Coach Betts. So that's why the Gems got the ball back. But it comes back to the Hornets because of a missed shot there. So playing the point, that's Walburn. She is met there by Morgan. Walburn with a pass back to Carpenter. Carpenter with a shot, and it's good. And that's a two-pointer for TJ Carpenter, making it a 39-33 ball game. We're at 7 minutes to play, so halfway through this second half. Morgan with it. She got 3 on her. Pass it back outside. That's a big shot. That's up, and that's no good. Rebounded by number 12, Walburn. And the Hornets are going to bring the ball. Walburn playing the point. Setting it up. And there's a runner. That's up, and that's no good. Following her own shot, but throwing it away to a Gem as they take it back down to the other end, and that's Morgan to clean it up. That's no good, and it's rebounded by the Hornets. So a couple of opportunities there as Coach Betts is going to call a timeout on the Hornets sideline with 6:22 to play in the second half. The Hornets up by 6, and we'll be back with more here on GBA TV.
This is Tom Strasser from GBA TV Studios at the 14th Annual Celtic Classic here at Dublin Jerome. And you're watching GBA TV on Facebook and YouTube, where you are watching over 20 hours of live streaming games as well as interviews from players and coaches here at the Celtic Classic.
Back to game action we go. Hornets on offense. And there's a press by the Gems. Hornets able to beat it. Push the ball down the floor, up and in. Good job there by Emma Garrison. 41-33 the score. The Hornets on top by 8. They began this half on top by 7. The Gems actually came back and took the lead at one point, but ever since then, it's been all Hornets, and there's a block. Blocked by Carpenter. Hornets back on offense. Walburn with it. Gets it over to Garrison. Garrison into the corner. That's Walburn. Underneath it comes to Carpenter. Count the bucket and the foul. That foul on number 33, Ellie Winters. That's the team's 4th for the Gems. And now TJ Carpenter will go back to the free throw line where she's been quite a bit so far today. And we've still got some game to play, but it is a double-digit lead for the Hornets. It's 10 right now, 43-33, and we are at 5:39 to go here in this second half. TJ Carpenter puts the ball up and rattles out. Rebounded there by Keaton. And there's a tie-up. Able to get it over, and that's a three-point attempt. That's up and good. Jamie Custer drains a three-pointer, cuts the Hornet lead to 7, 43-36. Over to Carpenter. Bounce pass underneath. That is up, and that is good for Abby Ackley. 45-36 now the score. Woodfin playing the point. Bounce pass over to Custer. Custer double-teamed. Gets it over to Keaton. Back to Custer. Custer dishes it. And are they going to say offensive foul? So that was a traveling violation. Purnell on offense, playing the point. Gets it over to Garrison. Emma Garrison into the corner it comes, and McConnell underneath the hoop. Over to Purnell. That's up from the low post. That's no good. Rebounded by Custer. Custer pushing the ball back down the floor for the Gems. She's going to pull up. Cross-court pass to Voigt. Voigt. Inside it goes to Woodfin. Nice looking pass. Up and in. Natalie Woodfin makes it 45-38. Overcomes, that's almost a backcourt violation there. Purnell. Over to Garrison. And apparently there was a foul on the Hornets there away from the ball. So it goes back to the Gems. That's Voigt in the left corner. Back outside to Custer. Custer over to Woodfin. Woodfin bounce pass over to Keaton. Keaton back to Woodfin in the corner, and it's going to go past her and out of bounds and back to the Hornets. Under 4 minutes to play. 3:52, 45-38 score. Hornets on top by 7. Jeremy Scott here at the commentary table. Glad to be with you on GBA TV. Kayla Cazell manning the camera. And there's a bounce pass to Carpenter. Carpenter's going to pull it out. Carpenter hands it off to Garrison. Cross-court pass to McConnell. McConnell's going to drive it, and it's going to be taken away by the Gems, and then it's going to be taken back by McConnell, but out of bounds it goes. And so it's going to be Gems ball once again. And they're going to allow a couple of subs to come in. Walburn and Betts will check in, and it will be McConnell checking out as well as Purnell. Custer over to Woodfin, into the corner. Back up top to Voigt. Over it comes to Custer. Custer, back to Hillis. Voigt to Custer. A lot of motion here. That's over to Woodfin. Back to Hillis. Hillis on the drive. Hillis on the shot. That's no good. Rebounded, and the putback is good. And putback is good by Woodfin, making it a 45-30 game. 5-point game with 3 minutes exactly to go in the second half. 7th grade girls basketball, GBA style. It's Garrison losing it on the dribble. And up ahead it comes, and that's going to be DeVoit, and it's stolen away by Carpenter. Carpenter stepped in front of that pass. Carpenter. That foul on Riley Hillis, number 22, the 15th foul on the Gems. So it will be Hornets inbounding underneath the basket. And they find Carpenter. Carpenter passing it out to Betts. Betts passing it underneath, and that's over everybody's head and out of bounds, coming back to the Gems. Betts checks out, Purnell checks in. And we're at 2.5 minutes to play in this one. 45-40. Hornets on top by 5. Into the corner. That's Voigt with a quick shot. Up and no good. And it's off of the Hornets. They weren't able to corral the carom. So inbounds it comes. That's Voigt with a quick shot in the low post. That's no good. Rebounded by Purnell. Purnell's got it, and there's a tie-up. Who does this possession arrow favor? It favors the Hornets. So that will favor the Hornets. They will keep this ball with 2:16 to go. Hornets inbound to Walburn. Walburn up ahead to Purnell. Purnell backs it up. Purnell resets. Guarded by Custer. Almost loses it. Purnell on the drive. And she travels with it. They're going to call Purnell with a walk. So with a 5-point deficit, the Gems are going to get a chance to cut into this Hornets lead with just under 2 minutes to play. And that's Custer. Custer into the corner. That's Woodfin. That's up no good. Air ball. Rebounded by Garrison. Garrison pushing it down. Garrison with a pass over to Walburn. Walburn with a clear path to the bucket, up no good. And it's rebounded on the offensive side. And over to Garrison. And that'll be a Gems foul. And that is the 6th-team foul on the Gems. That foul, I do believe they're going to get Reagan Voigt. So, it'll be Purnell to inbound underneath the hoop. She does. That's a quick hook shot. That's up. That's no good. Rebounding it and putting it back up. And that was the 7th-team foul, but it was in the act of shooting. So Abby Ackley's going to get a chance to go to the free throw line to shoot 2. That foul on number 30, Maddie Keaton. So Keaton called with the foul. And the Gems down 5. This could be a bigger deficit for them by the next time they get the ball back, depending on what Ackley can do here at the free throw line. Ackley misses on the first one. A couple of subs checking in. Hillis as well as Rick. Sitting will be Roush as well as Woodfin. So they might be trying to get some offensive help in there as we wind down this ball game. Second shot for Ackley is up and good. So 1 for 2 from that line, and it makes it a 46-40 game. As Custer shoots a quick one, and are they going to say she was fouled on that three-point attempt? Yes, they are. And so it will be Jamie Custer with a chance to go to the line 3 times. 4th-team foul on the Hornets, but she was fouled in the act of shooting. So here come 3 free throws for Jamie Custer.
I'm not going to say that because it was you.
Custer's first shot, swish. Depending on what happens with these next 2, it could be down to a 1-possession game with 1:20 to go. Custer's second shot. And that caroms off, no good. Custer. 1 for 2, 2 for 3. 46-42, timeout on the floor with 1:20 to go. It's the Hornets 46, the Gems 42. The Hornets will have the ball when we come out of this timeout. Hornets ball coming out of that timeout, 46-42 after Jamie Custer goes 2 of 3 at the foul line. Hornets. That's Emma Garrison being met by Custer when she gets past half court. Inbounds it comes, and it's picked off by the Gems, and they're not able to save it from going out of bounds. Boy, I tell you, Elena Rick made a really nice play there, but wasn't able to catch up with the ball once she tipped it away from the intended receiver, so it comes back to the Hornets. Purnell steps out of bounds, coming back to the Gems. And it will be inbounded by Rick, who just made that really nice defensive play. And Custer will be handling this ball with 1 minute to go. The Gems down 4. It's 46-42 into the corner. That's a shot by Voigt. That's up and that's short. Rebounded by Walburn. Up to Walburn. Gets it across half court. Over comes to Walburn. Walburn back to Garrison. Garrison to Carpenter. And that's picked off by Custer, and she's fouled. And that is the 5th team foul on the Hornets. So, with 30 seconds to go, Gems down 4. They've got a lot of ground to make up, and they don't have a lot of time to do it. That's Hillis. Hillis with the ball, driving it in and putting it in there. Riley Hillis just made this game more interesting. 46-44 the score. Timeout on the floor. Hornets get the ball back with 19 seconds to go when we come back from this timeout right here on GBA TV. Inbounds it comes. With 15 seconds to go, the Hornets are up by 2. And there's a foul. That'll be Voigt on that foul. And that is the 8th team foul by the Gems. So it's 1-1 forthcoming here for Emma Garrison and the Hornets. Tell you what, 2 free throws, if she can knock them both down, that might just about do it because there are only 13 seconds to go. But should she miss one of these even, that makes it a totally different ball game. So a lot riding on this 1-1. First shot is up, and Garrison's shot is no good, taken by Custer. The Gems down 2. Custer pushing it to the other end. That is Hillis. Hillis outside to Voigt. Voigt with 4 seconds to go. Voigt puts it up. That's short, and it's rebounded by the Hornets, and that will do it. That will be the buzzer with the final. The Hornets 46, the Gems 44. And what a game we just witnessed right here on GBA TV.